We're all over this Idol thing today with you, Tony Varro, casting director out of Clearwater, and Sean Daly, pop music critic for the St. Petersburg Times. Charlie Belcher's out in Hollywood. Let's take this email. Linda says, I thought Adam would be this year's American Idol after seeing his audition. He stood out back then. He definitely has star quality. Well, he's certainly got the glam quality going and this sort of ambiguous sexuality
Glambert.
thing. Yeah.
Glambert. Silence of the Lambert, as I like to call him.
And then, you know, the amazing thing is he couldn't be more diametrically opposed from Chris, who's like an evangelical Christian, and he's this nice guy, and he's mellow. I mean, how did these two end up so different, and America loves both of them? What do you think?
Well, they're both very good. I mean, let's face it, they're both very good. But I love the email that your viewer sent because she saw that star quality, that certain thing, immediately. And you can. It jumps out at you, especially if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love Chris. I think he's a great guy. I think he has a career ahead of him. But as far as superstar, Adam is the one.
You know what I think is interesting is that all of a sudden I'm hearing about Chris's religion. I gotta say, I didn't think that was really a plot line for most of the season.
Really?
And all of a sudden the last week I'm hearing this more and more, which I think who's putting that out there? I mean, is that just to build the drama? Like all of a sudden he's Christian and Adam is somehow like devil guy or something like that, you know, like good and evil. But really, I mean, is that something you've been hearing, like the whole religion thing?
Just
I didn't
recently,
think that was a plot
but you know, I was reading this article from the LA Times talking about how, and brought this up, that said, you know, it's sort of a microcosm of our society that these two guys are friends, and yet they're so different, and yet it says something about tolerance for religion and tolerance for alternate sexuality, and they're together, like kumbaya and all that.
And another thing, everyone's basically outed Adam when which is like when he, well, you know, I'm pretty sure he's still in, you know? Like, I'm not sure if he's come out and said that, which is just amazing.
He's kissed a man on the internet, didn't he?
Who hasn't? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say too much?
Me, for one, have not.
Tony, don't worry about it. There's a lot of distance between us.
All right, Henry via email, I really think that Danny should be out there. He was a lot better than Adam or Chris, but after last night, I think Chris should be the next idol, in my opinion. Adam is trying too hard. Oh, by the way, great coverage, Charlie Belcher. All right, I'll make Sean jealous. But, you know, Danny Goki was a front runner. What happened to Danny? He has such a great story.
He did have a story, but you know what? The thing about Danny's story is that he had his wife who passed away, and he didn't play that out. And I think that was his call, not to hammer that home every week, you know? When he did a sad song, You Are So Beautiful, Danny did, you kind of got the feeling it was about his wife, but no one brought that up, okay? So I don't know if you really want to work that a lot, but his story he didn't use it that much. And also, Danny did a really bad version of Aerosmith's Dream On. The scream heard around the world, you know, that didn't help him at all. And I think people just I just think he lost votes. People thought he was kind of milquetoast.
So what do you think about the judges? You've been in a judge's position before, how they decide, what do you think?
You know, I think the judges on American Idol obviously make the show. They make the show more interesting and stuff like that. I think that a lot of times they don't say something new. I would like to see them watch the performance and say something that is different from a cliche. Now, sometimes they do that, you know, sometimes they're very good at that, but every once in a while, it's kind of like mailing it in, you know what I mean?
What about Kara? I mean, the new judge this year.
She's not good.
Yeah.
She's not good, Kathy. You talk about cliches, and here's the thing. All right.
Just go for it, Sean. She's not good. Go ahead.
No, I think when you talk about cliches, well, you had Randy and Paula who were did their thing. Then you had Simon who came in and kind of back cleanup, right? But now you have extra cliches with Kara, and I think this season people have been really critical on the judges because she's not helping.
Yeah.
I'd get rid of her.
You get rid of her. But you'd keep Paula?
Yeah, because Paula's loopy and crazy. You never know if she's going to pass out or what's going to happen, you know? But I think with Kara, she didn't bring anything, you know? We were kind of talking about this. She deals in cliches just like that lousy song she wrote last night.
Charlie Belcher out in Hollywood. Jump in here. What do you think, Belcher? Charlie,
I miss you, Sean.
Charlie,
I miss
right
you,
here,
Sean.
Baby. I love you.
I miss you, I miss you, Sean. All right, hey, wait. I think 4 judges was too much. Another finalist from season 5, Mandisa, ladies and gentlemen. 2 things I want to talk to you about. Yeah, Mandisa rocks. What do you think of the 4-judge format?
I thought it was interesting. It kind of made me a little upset when my TiVo would not capture the whole thing because they talked too long. So if one left, I would be okay with that.
Yes, me too. And you guys were talking about Christianity and Chris's faith, and suddenly it's a big story. Nobody knows that more than this girl right here, a bona fide Christian artist now, by the way, on her 3rd CD, latest one out now. She'll be in Tampa in August performing. But people thought your Christianity, because you started showing your faith during that season, and it cost you, didn't it?
It did. You know, in the end, I will say a lot of people do attribute my elimination to me being so vocal about my faith. In the end, though, Jesus is the most important person in my life, and I couldn't hide that, and I'm sure that Chris feels the same way. It's who we are, and so if it costs us the competition, I think it's worth it in the end.
Mandisa, thank you very much. Yeah. Wish you all the success. She's going to be in Tampa in August.
Yeah,
we'll
August
see you there.
14th and 15th, Women of Faith.
There you go. There you go. And I tell you one thing, Danny Goki, also a very, very faithful young man, but he did make a conscious decision not to put it out there as much as I think he wanted to. It was he knew it could cost him in the competition. He saw what happened to Mandisa.
And also, he didn't talk about his wife in the same way like Sean was saying. He didn't really exploit the passing of his wife every time he sang a sentimental song. But he
was always very uncomfortable about that, talking about his wife, that he would be accused of using it for sympathy votes. And you know, David Cook last year never mentioned his brother who was struggling with brain cancer at the time for the same reason. You know, don't give me the sympathy vote. Let me win or lose on my voice, and that's it.
All right, well, Charlie, you've been grabbing some great stars out there and really appreciate you doing that. We'll come back to you in the next segment. Let me take this email real quick. Gigi emails us, I've been an Adam fan since day one, but Chris has really stepped up to the plate. I believe it can go either way this evening, but I'm pulling for Adam. Adam has a versatility that is unmatchable. Go Adam. All right. You know, it does seem like people are kind of split, even though the judges seem to have anointed Adam. You know, could go either way. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.